10-rounder this one, made at featherweight. Isaac Lowe, the undefeated great friend of Tyson Fury, who lives and trains alongside him, lives up in Morecambe on the Lancashire coast, up against a real tough cookie here tonight, Ruben Garcia Hernandez. And Hernandez been the distance with Mick Conlon, also with Nonito Donaire. And an early indication there as he gets through with a jab onto the face of Isaac Lowe. Physically similar size, although Hernandez, we're told, has got slightly the longer reach.
Yeah, and it's about fights like this, you know, when someone's so durable, has been in some good fighters. Randy Caballero as well, who was a former world champion. You know, it's just not to rush your way, not to be trying to do too much too quick. Just work behind the jab, take your time, have a good look, go through the gears.
Isaac Lowe undefeated, 3 draws though on his record, one of which very close affair against Ryan Walsh February last year on the George Groves Chris Eubank undercard.
Just got to remember to move his head there, Isaac Lowe. He landed with a nice little left hook, just kept a little bit stationary and just got caught with the right hand straight after it. So always have to change the angle after you're throwing a shot.
Fight was originally listed as either 10 rounds or 8 rounds, and it is in fact over 8.
Good shot from Hernandez, that little looping right hand.
Made a bright start here, Hernandez. Plenty of support in the arena for him, of course. Mexican Independence Day. Hernandez from Cancun in Mexico. Isaac Lowe as well came in behind the Mexican flag.
That's a nice left hook to the body there from Lowe.
He got a right hand back though, didn't he?
Well, that's the thing with someone like Hernandez, who's tough and durable. They're willing to take one to give one. So again, with that nice right hand there from Hernandez, nice little right uppercut, solid jab as well.
I was chatting to Isaac at the weigh-in. You know, he reckoned that he'd have the superior skills. He was confident, as he'd got to be, but he knew that Hernandez was a tough guy.
Yeah, and he has. I just think for a minute he's just holding his feet a little bit after he throws the shots. Good right hand there from Lowe. Just got to remember the movement after he does his work.
Well, coming to the closing seconds of the opening round, he'll go back to the corner where Isaac Lowe will get words from Ben Davison, who is his regular trainer. And how did you make the first round, Barry?
Even though Lowe was pushing the pace, I just thought that Hernandez landed with the better shots, to be honest, John. So I just edged towards the Mexican, not by much, but just a little bit.
Drop to his level there. Yeah. Don't do that again. This is an 8-rounder. Okay? Make a decision. I told you to box first. Yeah. Pick up the tempo. Touch his glove. Touch downstairs. Fake downstairs. Shoot upstairs.
You heard Ben Davison there stressing again, as we were told fairly late, that it's an 8-rounder and has some of the action from the opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, he just got caught with a solid jab and a looping right hand over the top there from Hernandez, and showing there, looking to always throw back after Lowe throws. You just got to be a little bit more smarter, you know, with his exit plan or what he does after he throws a shot.
And the very experienced referee, the bilingual Robert Bird, gets the second round underway.
And of course, because it has been cut from a 10 to an 8, no, he has to know. For me, just maybe losing that first round. He said just go through the gears a little bit more. That's better there. A little more fidgety in his movements there. A few feints there from Lowe.
It's a nice jab from Hernandez. Mexican corner getting very excited about the start he's made to this fight.
Solid jab there from Hernandez. Lowe just squaring up a little bit to throw that right hand. And again, see there, he almost landed with a couple of shots, but held his feet, squared them up and got caught. There, Isaac Lowe. And he's better than that. He's making mistakes to be honest, he'll know he shouldn't be making right now. And I think it's an eagerness to try and push the pressure on this kid.
He's probably conscious that he's not got a puncher's reputation, and he's maybe perhaps just wanting to show that he is heavy-handed.
Yeah, okay, just
wanting
good right
to
hand,
dictate turns. Caught again though.
Yeah, he did land with a good right hand just before that there, Isaac Lowe. But you got to take that little semicircle around the target and use that every time you throw. Take a pivot or a step. Helps avoid anything that comes back then.
Great experience for Lowe, of course. He's been over in Las Vegas for the last 5 weeks or so alongside Tyson Fury, and I think this, well, I reckon it'll be at least the third time he's fought in the States. Last 3 times Tyson Fury's been there, he's been by his side.
Right idea there from Lowe, just a little bit. Hernandez just turning the body to the right and just evading that short right hand there from Isaac Lowe. Nice doubling up with the left hook, but again gets caught with a solid jab. And he's forcing the pace here, Lowe, but for me, at the minute, just getting caught with too many coming in, and more so, too many after he throws.
Calls himself the Westgate Warrior, and he's going to need a bit of a warrior performance if he's going to get on top of Hernandez.
See, I actually think the total opposite, John. I think he's trying to be too warrior-like. I think he's a boxer by trade. Use that brain a little bit more. That's a good shot.
That's a good shot. Nice, solid right hand. Maybe the best he's landed so far.
Good body shot there as well from Lowe.
Well, if he was edged out of the opening round, took some solid shots from Hernandez. The bell about to sound for the end of the second. How did you have that?
Hernandez again for me, John. I think he had a really bright start, and I think Lowe come into it in the last sort of 30 seconds, but I still thought the better shots, the more weight in the shots were from Hernandez.
We're pleased with the start he's made here.
But I think, and he's doing well, Hernandez, he really is, and he's showing how tough he is, but I think it's more the mistakes that Lowe is making. I think this is a fight that Lowe can win if he remembers he's a boxer, not a pressure fighter.
Well, there's the big right hand. Well, I thought he was going to be the big right hand he landed. In fact, he's caught by a counter.
Just squared his feet ever so slightly, and Hernandez is always looking to fire back after Lowe throws.
Well, it may be the judges seeing it the same way as Barry, that Isaac Lowe could have been edged out in the opening 2 rounds. Second one was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've both been relatively close rounds for me. I just thought the quality of the shots from Hernandez was enough for me to give him the nod. That's good there from there you go. See the movement straight after?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he needs to do.
Absolutely.
Don't get too drunk in your success, and remember, and you obviously haven't got that concussive power, especially someone like Hernandez, to really, stop him in his tracks and make him worry. So just move around the target.
And he can be outboxed, can't he, Hernandez? He doesn't do anything particularly flashy. You remember that fight against Mick Conlon back in March, when not only lost on points, but he lost every round. He really couldn't fathom the Irish favourite.
If he's going to distance with Donaire, he takes a great shot, and that's the end of it. So you don't try and knock this kid out. But having a better round here, Lowe. Doesn't need to be there though. Go chest to chest with a guy like this. Let the referee break you up. Get a bit of distance between the guys. A few feints. Work behind the jab. Always changing the angle of attack and the angle of retreat.
Good left hand to the body from Lowe.
And have a good right hand. What he is doing though, he's making Hernandez work hard. It's good there from Lowe. Even though the right hand was blocked, he finished with a nice left hook to the body.
Very much better round so far.
And he's moving, if he can continue to do this, he's moving his head after he throws a punch. And that head move is so important, John, not just for evading shots, it also gives you an angle and a vision to, you know, to throw another shot.
Stop.
But he's kept Hernandez quiet in this round. It's been a good round here for Lowe. Up to this point. And that's because he's engaging his brain now, I think. Rather than trying to be all brawn and show his brute strength, he's using those skills. Keeping a little bit of distance.
Good win on the Tyson Fury bill here in Las Vegas back in June. Isaac Lowe, 25 years old, but he's got plenty of professional experience. Been a pro since he was 18.
That's good there, went from Lowe. Little step back.
Couple of decent shots in the closing seconds from Hernandez, but Lowe doing enough to win that one.
Oh no, that was a good round from Lowe, and I think that's the sort of tactic. He's still trying to put a bit of pressure on Hernandez, but ultimately he's using his footwork, using his brain, and boxing a little bit more. Getting a bit of space and distance between him and Hernandez.
Keep varying the looks up, different looks. Don't make these people repeat it. Leave your front foot there for too long because you've got a longer reach than you. Yeah. Okay? Threaten, upstairs, downstairs. If you're not going to throw, bring your feet out, small reset like I told you. You're leaving your feet there. Laziness. But you're not going to get away with it, okay? We're probably even now, one apiece and one even round, okay?
Well, they've got it even. We've got Hernandez maybe one ahead.
Yeah, but you can see that. With no angle, it's a close enough fight. But the fact that he won the last round and changed the tactics slightly, I think that's good. If he can continue that, I think it's a fight that knows well in him to win.
Fourth round coming up. It's an 8-rounder. Not a lot between them so far. Good body shot from Hernandez. Nice right hand.
And the right hand over the top there as well from Hernandez. Just rode the ladder there with that combination to the Mexican.
Ben Davison telling Lowe just to use his footwork.
Needs a feint there, I think, for me. Coming forward, Isaac Lowe. A real fidgety movement. Just offset any sort of a counter-attack here that Hernandez is looking to set up. There's one.
Don't use your shoulder, says the referee, Robert Bird.
Good shot.
Hurtful body shots from Lowe and switching the attack to the head as well. Hernandez is tough, he can certainly take one.
That's a good head movement there from Lowe. And I think Hernandez has a longer reach. I think Lowe's just struggling a little bit maybe with the distance, where he feels safe, and when he actually is safe.
According to the stats, Hernandez with a 2.5-inch reach advantage. Doesn't sound like a lot, but small fellas, it's significant.
That's a right hand there, and an exchange from Hernandez, and an uppercut also. Don't want to give the round away now, Lowe. Get back to your boxing. See, those feints are so important because even if he doesn't throw, and Hernandez doesn't go for the bait, just keeps him, keeps that distance between the two. It's very important for the boxer to have that space.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's go.
Good shot, good right hand from Hernandez. Good body work though there back from Lowe.
Tight fight, it's a good contest.
It is. Again, I think it was a good start from Lowe. Hernandez coming back in though in this later stage of the round.
And a close round to score.
bell coming, guys.
Halfway stage and not a lot between them.
No, I give that round to Lowe. I thought he had a good start. I know Hernandez finished strong and that can maybe sway in that way, but I still thought for me, Lowe did the better work for most of the round. Though the better shot was landed by Hernandez at the end of that round.
Some slow motion action, good body shots there from Lowe.
Yeah, this is this is early in the round. He had good success here though, but he's in the space where he doesn't need to be. There, just having to take a right hand. You don't need to be this close. He's in and out with the footwork all the time.
Lowe ranked number 14 by the WBC now, working his way up. To maintain that ascendancy though, he needs to come through this test, and halfway stage, Harry's got it close. Solid body shot again from Hernandez.
I'd just like to see Lowe, he dips his legs and then comes straight back up there low, and that probably works for him. But I think in this fight I'd like to see him roll rather than just go up and down in a straight line, because I just think he gets caught on the way back up. Just roll from side to side when you're going nice and low, gives you a little bit more rhythm to come back with a nice little hook. That's good there. Only glancing blows, but all the movement was good.
Don't do that.
Hernandez should be piling forward now, hands high. That's nice fast work.
Just get the impression Hernandez starting to be outworked here by Lowe.
Yeah, this is the distance. Lowe wants to be moving around the target. You're not running, you're dancing, you're boxing. Make this kid chase you, make him fall over the front foot, make him make mistakes, make him overreach.
Switch hitting. Lowe.
That's good there from Lowe, spinning around the target. Head's coming close there.
Well, the draws on Lowe's record was down to a cut. It was when he was going for European honours against Dennis Jalen, the Danish fighter. Finished early when Jalen was cut by a clash of heads.
That was good there from Hernandez. Lowe just switching off there with his back against the ropes. Good, there you go, that's better. There, the movement straight after it. Good shot, hook.
Oh, that's his best punch of the fight so far, and Hernandez just momentarily looked stunned by that right hand.
That was a great shot. The speed on that right hand was absolutely fantastic there from Lowe.
And he senses as well maybe that Hernandez has just been weakened by that shot. Trying to get right on top of the Mexican now. That's a decent shot from Hernandez though. Good round again.
Tienes que meterle huevo. Good. That's because you're up the tempo there, yeah? When you're putting them together, keep putting an exit on it. Okay? Good work. Now, you're going to hit him and you're going to hurt him, but believe me, he's tough as down.
Throw his shots and then get out. Basically what he's saying, I think.
He's a boxer, and I think he's trying to put pressure on Hernandez, and that's it's admirable. So I understand what he's trying to impress, but just be who you are. Boxing your strength against a tough guy like this. But that right hand was a fantastic shot, really whipping shot from Lowe, and then he had Hernandez in for the first time in a little bit of trouble. But I wouldn't get carried away with the power there, though. I'd still stick to instructions, stick to your plan. and just keep nicking these rounds now, because he's won 3 on a spin for me here, Lowe. He's got a bit of momentum going in behind him into this next round.
He's won 3 on the spin, 3 to go. Into the 6th. Good body shots. All those thudding home from Lowe.
And what's important, 2 of those 3 rounds he won have been quite clear as well in Lowe's favour. Oh, that's nice.
Again, reminded by his corner, Lowe, to use his feet.
Well, that was the early rounds there and there. No, he's just getting caught when he plants his feet. When he squares up a little bit, that's the only time he gets any sort of trouble. When he's on his balls, his feet, and using that distance and space, he's having it all his own way.
Heads again, going in close. He's just boring away a little bit into the face of Hernandez. Referee keeping a close watch.
Both working away, but both quite comfortable blocking the shots from both of them there, from either one.
Still just the impression that Lowe's managing to outwork him.
No, he is. He's just got to be careful. He doesn't walk on anything silly like he has in the first couple of rounds. Nice little left hook off the ropes there from Lowe. Oh, lovely jab, lovely left hand there, and again the left hook from Hernandez.
Let him go. Let's get out.
The Mexican corner realising the importance of this round, because Lowe had been getting onto a bit of a roll, and there's some animated instructions coming. Nice. Oh, big right hand from Hernandez.
And again the left hook there from Hernandez. Again, Lowe's giving him the opportunity to fire back, because he's fighting his sort of fight. I think he's quite enjoying the tussle up close. But he's allowed this guy now right back into this round. It's a round he was winning for me. You know, the quality of work has come from Hernandez, and it makes this round very tight.
Good round. Just got the impression that when a couple of those from Lowe landed, Hernandez was just looking a wee bit anxiously into his corner. Tight round though.
Yeah, I couldn't split them. I think the busier fight was Lowe, for the quality at the end of the round, for those shots from Hernandez. I think they gave him most of the work there from Isaac Lowe. And it's his own, the rounds he's lost, or the rounds that have been close, have been more to do with Lowe's mistakes rather than Hernandez's quality of work or forcing the fight, or his intelligence. When he wants to get close to work away, he squares his feet up a little bit and gets caught a little bit too easily. And he's a cleverer fighter than that, and he'll know that. He's trying to show a bit of strength, trying to put the pressure on, trying to maybe make a statement here tonight. But he's a boxer by trade, and that's what he should stick to.
So just 2 rounds to go. Tight one, that last one. Could you split them, or do you give it level?
Yeah, I'll give it level for me, John.
Try up low.
So 2 rounds to go. Isaac Lowe looking to maintain this undefeated record.
Drive that corner, Blue.
That's
Nice, yeah, lovely.
And again, it gives that space between the both of them. He can show, make you know. It makes his shot look more impressive, because he's making you miss when you try and counter back. And it's the angle of retreat, the exit, as Ben's been saying in the corner. You throw and you've got to move every time.
As he did there.
You haven't got to run back.
Again.
You use that pivot with the front foot, or you take a step to the right, as he did just there. Then means Hernandez got to turn his body to look to you before he can throw back. Nice.
Again, though, Hernandez showing what a good chin he's got. Barely blinked.
Yeah. Oh, good right hand from Hernandez. Most of that was blocked there from Hernandez, but I think the body shot got through there from Isaac Lowe.
Mexican fans and the Mexican corner, of course, urging Hernandez on.
Once you get out, hold it low.
Too much energy wasted here. Just go chest to chest, let the referee break you up.
Good exchange again. Both of them landing heavy punches. That's nice from Lowe. Working well behind the jab.
There's work on the outside. Is the work you can see clearer, isn't it, for the judges to really pick up on their cards. That's nice there from Lowe. Little dip down before he threw the left hook.
Referee has to split them. Oh, that's good. Lowe getting the better of that exchange. Good competitive round, but some quality work there from Isaac Lowe.
Yeah, for me, he's got the fight in the bag now for me. You know, he's just got to be smart, clever in this round. No bravado, no winning silly, go beyond jabbing. And for me, it's all about the footwork. The mistakes, the quality work and the mistakes he makes. It's all about what he does with his feet. When he holds his feet, he gets caught. When he's on the ball with his feet, moving and spinning. And I think hopefully we're going to see, well, we're going to see the latter here when he gets caught. But when you keep moving, he keeps moving, keeps turning and twisting, that's when he looks the better fighter.
Slow motion replay concentrating on a quality right hand from Hernandez, but as they come towards the last round, you've got Lowe really in a position where it's his.
Yeah, I think he's pulled away in the latter stages for me. From the first two rounds, I think he tried to be a bit too much bravado in his work. When he got his boxing together, even some of those tight rounds, he's still doing enough for me.
So final 3 minutes. Hernandez, who made a really good start to this fight. Lowe maybe getting his tactics a little bit wrong in the early stages, but the further it's gone, the more comfortable Lowe's looked. Starting this final round well as well.
The thing with Hernandez, he's a good fighter and he can throw some lovely shots, but you have to go to him. Good right hand there from Hernandez. You have to go to him. He can't chase the fight. He's trying to do it here now.
Big effort coming in here from Hernandez.
Oh, heads I think there clashing.
Fortunately, I don't think any damage done by that head clash. Hernandez again landing another swinging right hand.
For me, I thought it was on a bit of the back of the shoulder there, John, to be honest.
Not so sure.
Good from Lowe there. Just a little adjustment with the feet, just slow down Hernandez there. He's on a little bit of a roll there, Hernandez. Just slowed him down with the footwork.
Stop. Come on, Isaac.
Tough fight. It's been a good fight as well. And the head's going very close.
Yeah, but where's the urgency from Hernandez? Now he needs this round more than ever. The couple of rounds could have gone the way. This could be a tighter fight, so you really got to push it for this round.
And to choose in this final 3 minutes, but a huge effort from Hernandez.
Yeah, nice right hand there from Hernandez, and just over the lazy jab there of Lowe.
Go ahead. Go.
So he's running a steamer up in here, the Mexican.
Well, he certainly gave plenty in the first couple of minutes.
Let him go, Isaac. Let him go. You got him hooked. Let him go. Let him go.
Referee telling Lowe that he's the one who's dragging his man on there.
Well, it was a good start in the round here from Hernandez, but I think Lowe's finishing the round really strong and fighting better inside for the first time in the fight.
There goes the bell to end it. Good competitive fight, and Lowe clearly thinks he's done enough.
He's done enough for me, John. I think it's a win for him and a great learning fight. I thought it was a fantastic learning fight against a guy who's been durable against world champions, world title challengers, touted superstars, and obviously like in Michael Conlan. And there was times there that Lowe looked really impressive. There was also times that he made some silly mistakes as well. But that's what learning fights are about.
Didn't start well, did he?
Well, I think he wanted to push the pace. I think he wanted to show how strong he is and things maybe he's been working on in the gym. But once he reverted to type and used his footwork and engaged his brain a little bit more, I think he won the rounds quite comfortable there in the second half of the round, of the fight, I should say.
So who's it going to be? Hernandez, that big effort in the last round, but was it too late? We'll be getting the verdict very soon. Isaac Lowe thanking his fans for their support. And looks pretty confident, doesn't he? It looks as though he believes he's done enough. Anxious wait for them both.
It is, but I think some of the shots that Hernandez landed were absolutely fantastic, and Lowe showed a great chin, as we've shown many times before. But for me, I think the busier fighter of the two, and once he used that footwork, got a bit of distance and space, and slowed maybe Hernandez down with the footwork, I think he was nicking or winning some of those rounds quite comfortable in the end, without it being ever a comfortable fight, of course.
Here we go.
After going the distance here at T-Mobile Arena, the official scorecard reads as follows. Judges Ocasio and Weisfeld turned in identical scores of 77 to 75. And Judge Morris Jarman scores about 78 to 74. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. The Westgate Warrior, Isaac Lowe.
Lowe gets it by margins of 2 points on 2 cards and by 4 points on the third, and that's a real good early tonic for the Tyson Fury camp, and the undefeated record of Isaac Lowe continues.